Hey y'all.
Hey y'all.
So we are back and getting prepped for our next trip. Leaving in, I don't know, about 12 days, I think. And this is going to be a 6-week trip. And as we were getting ready for it, we thought it would be a great idea to share our must-haves with you all.
Yes, these are our essentials that we have found over all of our trips that we used a lot and found out we needed. So, first one would be cash. Always carry cash because you never know what's going to happen if something happens to your cards. That way, at least, whatever country you're in, you can exchange it for whatever currency and at least get you by for a little bit.
Yeah. And we actually found that most places will actually, if it comes down to it, take US dollars. Probably not going to get a great exchange rate on it, but if it's an absolute emergency, you can probably get by. Which brings us to our second item, which is credit cards, a primary and a secondary. And we both choose to carry cards that earn us points because we do some card hacking, travel hacking. But
You said they do.
But also we carry another card with us, and that is from Charles Schwab. It is for their free checking account, and I highly recommend you get this if you're going to be traveling internationally. That checking account is free, and there are no foreign exchange rates, and there are 0 ATM fees no matter where you are when you draw cash out. So we use that card for our cash, and then we use the credit cards anywhere that takes cards that we can earn points on.
And then, second of all, passport. Always take your passport, especially when you're traveling internationally, because you know you need these to get from country to country. And a second little note is always make like a digital copy of it. Keep it on your phone, keep a copy of it secure in the safe at the hotel. That way, in case you lose your passport, you at least have a copy of it and you can go to the nearest embassy or consulate and get things taken care of.
Yep. And another thing that we always seem to have a need for is something to write on and a pen. So these are 2 different size notepads. They're both soft cover, fairly light. Throw them into the backpack. You don't know they're there. We have used these a lot. We've used them for, whether it's just random thoughts, whether it's planning out a blog or a vlog. We've even had to write down names of or addresses for cab drivers when we've tried to pronounce something and our enunciation hasn't been quite right. So anyway, so it always comes in handy. So definitely have something to write with and write on.
Yes. And then my third thing is, now these really came in handy, so you cannot laugh. They are, I don't know if you can see that, but it's a spoon, a fork, and then it has a little knife right there. And these really, she ordered them on Amazon.
Yeah.
And they really came in handy, especially when we were staying in hotels, because a lot of places, especially in Europe, do not have plasticware.
Which is great.
Yeah, but it's not like the US. So when we would go get maybe to go and take it back to the hotel, we found that those were very useful.
Absolutely, and help save the environment. So,
yes.
And along those same lines, this is a foldable cooler. So it's got quite a bit of room in it. Folds down very nice and flat. And we use that when we would go to the grocery store or something like that. That we even just to get drinks and keep them cold. It just came in really handy to have that. And fold super flat, so not a big deal to carry with us.
And that brings me to this one. This is just an IKEA bag that we got, but we actually use it. It zips up. and it folds flat so you can put it in the bottom of your suitcase again. And we actually use that for laundry. We also used it for the grocery.
Yep.
You know,
Yep.
for an extra bag in case we were staying somewhere, you know, longer
Yep.
than 2 days.
Yeah.
So,
Yep, absolutely. So that also, one more kind of bag, and it's a Ziplock.
we're all about our bags.
We are. And we actually have some that are much bigger than this, but this one, we use these all the time. We put toiletries in here, wet bathing suits, shoes that have been coated in mud. You will find 1,001 uses for these on an extended trip.
And the other thing about it, little tidbit, is you can wash them out and reuse them. So if they get dirty, muddy, whatever,
Yep.
you can always wash them out and reuse them.
Yep.
So, that brings me to, speaking of dirt, these are Tide packets. And they're just little packets, liquid Tide. And when you have to wash something quick, or you're staying somewhere just for a few days and you need something, clean drawers or, socks or, whatever. We even washed some t-shirts.
We did.
Yeah.
We had to.
I mean, you just stick it in the sink,
Yep.
hand wash it in the sink at the hotel or apartment or wherever it is you're staying,
Yep.
and hang it up to dry, and there you go.
And along those same lines, we found these gear ties, so they're actually, they're completely malleable. You can form them into any shape you want. And they are to, keep cords and so forth together, which we use them for that. But we figured out that we could shape them in such a way that they would hold the laundry that we had rinsed out or washed. And we could hook them on, over doors or wherever we could hang them. And, that way we were able to get stuff dry, or at least dry enough to pack up and move on. So we always now have these with us anytime we travel. We have
no matter where we go.
Yep.
We have them. If you have another traveler with you, like I do, that likes to get things all over her shirts, then we have a Tide stick, and we have shout wipes. Now these are wonderful, especially like I said, when somebody likes to get spots all over their shirt. It makes it a lot easier to wash, especially if you have to hand wash it.
Yes, we always have those with us. Another thing that we always have is a battery bank. So, when you're traveling and you're taking pictures and you're taking videos, you run out of power. And so we both carry one. I think these are Anchor. These are either Anchor or Rev Power. Those are the two that we found to be the best. And these are pretty small, but they'll definitely do the job, charge overnight, and you're ready to go the next day.
And they have definitely come in handy.
Yeah, back up really small. Yep.
Yeah. So then that brings me to the universal charger, which it has 4 USB ports, but then it also, the one we have, it's
a converter as well.
Converter, yeah. So it has the different plugs. I don't know if you can see that, but it has them for all the different countries.
Yeah, we carry that with us when we travel domestically as well, just because we do have, so like most people, we have multiple devices apiece, and there's just never enough plugs in a hotel room or a bedroom in an Airbnb or anything else.
Or the USB plugs don't work.
Yes,
they have.
We always carry extra cables with us because you just never know when your cable is going to go bad. We carry varying lengths of them. We've got quite a few that we carry with us. It never fails. You lose one, or it breaks, or something. So we just always make sure that we have them with us.
And maybe we should tell them one of our favorite cords.
Oh yeah, the Anchor Powerline Plus 2. They are the nylon braided, and they're really thick. And we've got some iPhone ones as well, some 10-foot long iPhone ones that we love, and we've had for probably 2 years, and have not had a problem. And I don't know that I've ever had another cord that I've used daily that lasted that long.
Yeah.
So
an HDMI cable. I know that they're bigger, I know that they're bulkier, but they come in handy, especially if you have Netflix and you want to watch a movie in your hotel. Most hotels have TVs, you know, most places you stay have TVs, and you can hook your computer up to the TV with the HDMI cable and watch your movies.
Another thing that we find ourselves always carrying is a little flashlight. And again, we've used this, you can see that we've used this domestically and internationally. We just always have it with us. You never know when there's going to be a power outage, or you're going to find yourself out later than you thought, and you know, maybe the area you're in an area that's not as well lit. So we just always carry it with us, and that way we've got it.
You never know when you're going to lose a button or your zipper breaks, or so we have a mini sewing kit. It has all the little things in here that you could possibly need enough to get you by. And I mean, it just comes in handy, and it's not just for, I mean, for sewing, for putting stuff, you know, buttons back on or what. We've used thread for all kinds of different things, or we've had to use the little scissors, or so.
And usually, and we'll take safety pins.
Yes.
We've had strap spray. We've had all kinds of stuff happen, and it's come in handy.
Yes.
A multi-tool or a multi-pocket knife. So as you can see, I've got the corkscrew out, so in case you need to open a bottle of wine, you've got that. Bottle opener, scissors, a small knife. We have used these, particularly the bottle opener and the corkscrew, but also the scissors. We can open bottles and cut open whatever we need, whatever. So,
if you travel to Europe, then you probably know that these are few and far between. A washcloth. We found out that, luckily, she did her research, and the very first time we went to Europe, we found out that washcloths are a must. Wherever you go, washcloths are a must.
They're not in most of the hotels.
No.
And those are quick dry ones.
Yes.
They're like the microfiber, and so, you know, you take a shower that morning and you're leaving later, again, another use for the ZIPLOCK baggie, throw them in the ZIPLOCK, and they're fine, but they do dry quickly.
Yes.
So I think that brings me to our backpacks, and we actually carry two different backpacks, two different kinds, but they both are lockable. So this is a pack safe backpack that Trace usually carries, and if you guys are not familiar, there's a little hook here, if you can see that locks onto the zipper thing, so I cannot unzip that.
Somebody can't do a drive-by and whip open your...
And, you know, we carry these, just so you guys know, we carry these on all of our trips. Even, you know, whenever you're traveling, you're distracted. And if you're distracted, you're a prime target for pickpockets, which are everywhere. So we do that as a precaution.
And then I think my last item, hand sanitizer, wet wipes, whatever, it is a must. Because when you are traveling, I mean, the handrails, you know, the subways, the ho-ho buses, I mean, you want to stop and eat. Yeah, planes, you want to stop and eat, and you've been out running around all day, and I mean, and some places don't have public restrooms. So, especially in Europe. So, these really came in handy.
Absolutely. And our final two items, which are very related, it may seem very obvious, but your phone, which, you know, we both do carry iPhones, and a tablet, which we both have iPads. So we use the iPad when we're traveling. We may want to watch movies or something on that, like when we're on a plane or a train. But also all the apps, which we're gonna talk about those, I think, in a different video. But there are so many tools that you can get, so many apps that you can get that are useful for travel on your devices, and we just think it's an absolute must. Obviously, you want to be able to communicate. This is typically the first camera that most people go to when they're traveling. So while it seems obvious, definitely make sure you take your phone. Even if you don't get an international plan, which they can get pricey, you can keep it on airplane mode and still use it for pictures, still pick up Wi-Fi, check your email, do that sort of thing. When you're in a coffee shop or somewhere that has Wi-Fi.
And that's what I did.
Yeah.
We went.
Yeah, we got the plan on my phone, and then she just kept hers on airplane mode, and it worked great. And we were able to communicate with everybody we need to communicate with, and you still got pictures on your phone. And then also for the tablet, we both love to read, and so it is a great way to get access to all your books on a Kindle, the Kindle app, without having to carry a large quantity of books with you. So we like having that, and Trace actually likes to color. That's sort of her relaxation.
Yes.
And so she has an app where she does that. So that's it just saves space from having to bring all those other items individually. I think that wraps it up.
Make sure you hit the bell down at the bottom,
so you'll get notifications,
the like button,
and leave us a comment. Let us know what you think. What do you guys consider your travel essentials? What did we miss?
What is a necessity for you?
Absolutely. And what do you think we missed, or what do you think we were off target? We'd love to get your feedback and hear what you think about it. Make sure you also check out our blog. All of these items will be listed over there, along with links. And if we can get the links and get this up before we leave, we'll try and link to these products as well. But they'll definitely be on the blog at gallivantinggals.com.
Yes. So remember, if you like us and you want to see more videos, make sure you hit subscribe.
And until next time, we'll just talk to y'all later.
See ya.
Bye, y'all.